Are you looking to land a job or get a promotion that requires Excel skills? If so, in this video, I'll tell you the top 5 most common interview questions that employers will ask and how to give answers that will knock their socks off. And if you stick around until the end of the video, I'll share a super powerful interview tip that will make sure you stand out from the rest of the competition. Ready to get started? Here are the top 5 most common Excel interview questions or topics in no particular order. The first is the VLOOKUP function. Be prepared to answer, what is the syntax of the VLOOKUP function? If this is asked, they're really looking for a basic fact check to make sure you actually do know how to use VLOOKUP. The next one, how have you used VLOOKUP in the past? In this question, they're looking at your practical application of the VLOOKUP function. What are the limitations of VLOOKUP? This is a question that comes up often. You can state that VLOOKUP limitations are, it only searches left to right, it will only return the first match. If you add columns to the source data, the column index value will be off, and the default setting is approximate match. And as a bonus, to really show off your Excel skills, you could say that there are better options to VLOOKUP that include using index match, or if you have Office 365, using XLOOKUP. The second most common interview questions are about pivot tables. Be prepared to answer, how do you set up a pivot table? This is a question they may ask just to be sure you actually know how to set up a pivot table. Another question might be, how have you used pivot tables in the past? In this question, they want to see your experience with pivot tables and the type of reporting that you have done thus far in your career. The third most common question is how to sort and filter data. This is a more practical question looking to see if you know the skills and the difference between them. You could answer by how you would set up your data as a table so that you could filter the data, or how you would use the sort A to Z and Z to A and filter options under the Data tab. The fourth most common question is about charts. You may be asked what your favorite chart is. Please don't answer pie chart. While pie charts have some value, they are very simplistic and they can't show trend data. This question is looking for how you would interpret data, as well as your understanding of creating charts that would provide value to those looking at your results. You've got to remember that you're designing charts for your superiors, not yourself. You may want to ask the interview what are the key KPIs that they look for and provide some chart options that would best showcase these types of KPIs. And finally, the fifth common question is about conditional formatting. You may be asked to demonstrate your knowledge of conditional formatting and provide examples of how you've used it in previous jobs. Now, as promised, here's the super powerful tip that will make you stand out from other people applying for this job. Interviewers are not only looking to assess your Excel skills, but more importantly, how you and your Excel skills will help their company. When answering their questions, try and use examples or frame your answers so that they apply to their business. So don't forget to do some research on the company before the interview. When you do this, the interviewer doesn't have to imagine how you'd fit into the role or their company. You've proved it. For example, if you were applying to be a data analyst for a restaurant chain, your answers should speak to the type of data that you anticipate the successful applicant would see on a daily basis on the job. Let's say you're asked a question about how you would use pivot tables if you were hired. You could say something like, well, I've never worked in the restaurant industry. However, if I were the successful applicant, I would imagine that senior management would want to see the following KPIs on a regular basis. Sales by time period, and sales by location over time, and so on. And then you could say how you'd set up the pivot tables accordingly. You obviously won't know their exact analysis needs, and they don't expect you to. But if you can show that you've thought about their business and you can apply your skills to their business needs to the best of your knowledge, you will stand out from the other applicants. It shows you've done your homework on the company and put the extra effort in. I hope this video has given you some insights on what kind of Excel skills job interviewers will be looking for and how to answer the questions. If you need to learn, or at least polish up on some of the skills that I mentioned in this video, I encourage you to check out some of my videos where I explain these topics. Good luck, and I hope you ace your next interview. If you find my videos informative, please give this video a thumbs up. And if you like learning more about Excel, please consider subscribing and clicking on the notification icon to be notified when I release new videos. I'll try to say hello to everyone who subscribes. Or if you'd like to learn a topic that I haven't covered yet, please leave your suggestions in the comments section below. Thanks again and have an excellent day.